right, and we're back for my favorite segment of the week, story time with John.
I'm I
John,
I'm learning, Tommy. I'm learning. I'm doing research. I'm trying to craft and get better at this stuff and make them more relevant. So, you ready for this one? This is
yeah, take it
again.
away.
I'm going to keep learning and getting better. So, good old Theodore Roosevelt. You heard it here first. Yes, I am talking about that Theodore Roosevelt in the early 1900s. We're going to talk a bit about a pedestal sale with Mr. Theodore. So back in the early 1900s, there was something that Mr. Roosevelt wanted to do. He was talking about setting up the Panama Canal for the American people. And he thought the canal can symbolize American greatness. And he could make people not just support it, but demand it. Now, you see, this was going to cost millions of dollars. And quite frankly, up front, when he started talking about this, people were like, what are you talking about? This is not real. Congress is not about to back this bill and sign off and do everything. So Mr. Roosevelt, knowing this, said, okay, what do we do? How do we craft something and put this together? Now, you see, Roosevelt didn't just go in there talking to the American people about the economic impact of this. Instead, he elevated to a historic necessity. He made it an achievement that he said would make the United States a massive world power. And he framed the canal as three specific things. Number one, a symbol of strength and destiny for the American people, the key to military and economic dominance, and an innovation that would change the world forever. That's how he shifted this focus. So instead of talking about the economics of it costing millions of dollars to the American people, he first said, here's why this makes sense. Here's three reasons. Now, he maybe later followed it up years later and said it also is going to cost us millions of dollars. But that wasn't his concern up front. His concern was getting the American people on his side, because he knew if he got them on their side, in turn, Congress, if they want to get reelected, what do they have to do? Yeah, believe it or not, y'all, politics has been the same for hundreds of years. So he had this idea. He rolled it out to the American people that exact way. He gave them those three things, but he needed to do more. So he goes, okay, what can I do to do more? There's a famous picture, the grand show of Theodore Roosevelt actually at the Panama Canal on the workforce, on the work floor, working with workers directly. So he staged this move all by himself. In 1906, he traveled to the Panama as the first ever U.S. sitting president to visit a foreign country. First one to ever do it. 1906. So Roosevelt put on the clothes, he stepped onto a steam shovel, and he was photographed operating the machinery alongside the workers. The image was so powerful and symbolic. The president wasn't just there supporting the project, he was working on it. He believed in it that much. Well, when newspapers caught wind of this, because things didn't travel as fast as they do today, that picture that they took exploded. The amount of support that he had was unbelievable. Matter of fact, it was so powerful that Congress had no choice but to approve the Panama Canal and the millions of dollars that it was going to cost. Once he had this idea, it was no longer about building the canal. It was about the fact that if we don't build the canal, we as an American people are going to feel weak and unpatriotic. And in 1914, the canal was finally completed. And the president of the United States didn't get what he wanted by talking about just the numbers. He talked about the vision. He put it on a pedestal, and he saw this vision come to life, and he understood more than 100 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, the importance of understanding people, the importance of understanding pedestal, the importance of understanding a vision, and the importance of executing and staying focused. He was able to get everybody to see his side, and in turn, Congress had no choice but to approve the millions of dollar budget it costed to build the canal. So that is my story. I hope you understand it and start to use pedestal sales in your everyday life. It'll do nothing but help improve your business. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, that was. So I looked it up. Here's the picture.
Oh, there it is. I'm so glad. This is why I'm so. This is me and you right now. That's
I needed answers. You started bringing it up. I was like, no, I need to see this. And yeah, I'll show it up again. But that's cool. It's
well.
leading by example, right?
Mm-hmm. I wonder what the pixels are on that camera.
2x2,
What?
3x3.
It's got to be two. Yeah, black and white, 2x2.
Yeah, there's a couple in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that's cool. I did not know that story.
Uh-huh.
And it is very much I need to get here. We need to get here. What do I need to do? And it's similar to the pedestal. What do I need to do to get that?
Dude, it's beautiful. And listen, we're making these stories more relevant. Trying to pull stories from history for everybody just so you can see that it's been used for many more years outside of just the last 10 years. This has been around forever, y'all. All we're doing is tapping into it and learning how to understand it. That's it. All we're doing.
Cool. Well, John, I appreciate you, and I hope everyone else learned something today. So thanks for tuning in to the Broker Power Up podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, do us a favor, hit the like button. Let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people see this content. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. All of these segments that we are doing also go up during the week. So if you just want to watch one of these segments, they will have their own playlist and be up there as well. Share this video with a fellow broker who can use a power up. Remember to lead by example, to lift each other up, to grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, keep powering.